I'm ready to edit a few Confluence pages. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another Wellness Crew podcast. Today's topic's all around breathing techniques. And we've got Vikas and Nat with us. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Good, thank you, Chrissy. How are you?
Great.
Yeah, good. Great. So Vikas, you're going to take us through explain to us a little bit about breathing and how important that is, other than stating the obvious, and also some techniques that we can use to help us relax or get energy, and a few other things. So looking forward to it. So first of all, breathing. What made you get interested and start researching breathing and the importance of breath?
Yes. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk on this topic. This is such an important topic that we either people realize it or they don't realize it. But then it is the most and central topic that our life revolves around. And I would like to congratulate the wellness team that has been coming up with these wonderful initiatives. And let me tell you how this idea triggered onto me to reach out to your team and then come up with this topic. I have heard your team talking about meditation, which is to relax the mind. I've seen your team coming with programs for physical fitness. And then I was like, this is great. Like your team is doing wonderful. It's great service to the society. But then I felt there's something missing here. Like there is mind, there is body. And then there's something very central to this, which is our breath. And breath is something so important to our life that the moment we are born, we breathe in. And then the moment we leave this world, we breathe out. And whatever happens in between is life, right? And the body remains, right? The body remains before the breath comes in or even after breath leaves. But then we are focused so much on body and we are focused so much on mind that somewhere the most central and most important thing in our life is breath.
Yeah, I suppose we don't really think about breathing too much because it's our body forces us to take breaths, right? But I suppose, even it's so integral to everything that we do, how we actually are breathing and how we are taking breath and using that more as a tool is something I think a lot of us haven't even given much thought to.
Yes. So it's time for rethinking. Like, yes, body is very important. Mind is much more important. But then if we know how to manage our breath, you would probably end up managing both your mind and body.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I suppose it's all interlinked, isn't it?
Yes, it's all interlinked, body, mind, intellect, ego, you name it. And then how all these play out in the society. And then you may sometimes feel like you're feeling low, and then it has a ripple effect around you. And then people get into this mode of why me kind of a question, right? But then if you are calm and quiet and contained, you'll realize the other people are also behaving the same way. They're reciprocating that same calmness. And if you smile, people smile back at you, right? And it's such a, like, the whole life that we are living is so organic. Like whatever you do, it has impact on the surroundings around you. So if you take care of yourself, you're taking care of not only your life, but also people around you.
Yeah, I think like a lot of this reminds me of the meditation podcast we did a few weeks back, and being present and really mindful about yourself at the moment, right? So, we take breaths in sometimes, or we hold our breath when we're nervous or scared, or
Yeah.
we do deep breaths to calm down, or,
Yeah.
you know, so we do use breath. And I guess it's just being conscious of that. Okay, well, how do we lock into some of those, be more mindful of it to make a difference to how we're feeling in the moment, and actually using it as a technique, right?
Exactly. So like body is very, it's what do we call the gross body, right? It's very physical in nature, right? And then you know the physical world, how it works. You lift weight on a regular basis, expansion, contraction, it builds up, the muscle builds up, the bones can get stronger based on the food that you eat and all those things. And then mind is much more superficial, right? You can't touch it, it's intangible, but then it's always there with you, right? But then this breath is right in between. It's right in between. You can feel it, you can control it, right? And based on that, you can do whatever you want. So sometimes controlling mind is not that easy. Like even during meditation, people say, you know, let the mind go blank. It's not as easy as it's said, right? So breath is somewhere right in between. Okay, it's not as physical as your body, and it's not as superficial as your mind. It's right in there. You know it's there. It's happening to you every second of your life, right? And it is having its own behavior. Like if you notice that, like I've given a few examples earlier. Like whenever you are tired, you come back and lie down on your couch. What do you do? Right? Like everybody does that. Everybody. There's not even a single person out there who would have not done that exhalation, right? And then what is that triggering this, right? So these are the few things which were codified in Yoga Sutras. There's something called Yoga Sutras, and there's many books that are written back in Indian culture. I'm sure like many people have heard about spirituality, yoga, and all those things come from India. But then what something is lacking is people are looking at each one sect. They're not seeing it as a holistic approach. So if you see it as a holistic approach, you will have a much more holistic living. Okay. So in that set of scriptures or text, they have codified what breath can do to you, and then how, if you control it, you can control the life that you are and the life that is around you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's more about observing, like these sages or seers, they were scientists basically. They would observe. It's not that you go into Himalayas, sit there and on a peak and then meditate. It's more about are you observing your breath very carefully, what is happening, at what time it's going up, what time it's going down. So I can give you a very quick example. Okay, just let's do this exercise for viewers as well eventually. So which we have done earlier, but then we can do it again to relax, considering it's a hot day outside. So let's keep our right hand on our chest, left hand on our stomach. Okay.
So which exercise is this to keep cool?
No, this is just to observe yourself.
Just to observe. Okay.
Just to observe, yeah. So just close your eyes. Just don't breathe deep or anything. Just breathe normal. Okay, just let the breath go in, let it come out. Feel the expansion wherever and whatever part of the body that you feel the air going in, coming out. From the tip of your nose till whatever depth the air goes in.
I feel like my breath is very shallow. Like I feel like the need to take a big breath every now and then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like, oh, am I breathing enough? Like,
Yeah.
this is the amount they should be taking every day. Yeah, it's really
Am
shallow.
I getting enough oxygen in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you acknowledge the point. So first of all, before you do anything, right, observe yourself. Where do you stand? What is that you are doing, right? Like even when we go to gym, not everybody goes and lifts like 15 kilos, 20 kilos weight. We assess ourselves and see where we are, and then based on our comfort level, we increase our strengths, right? So I'm glad that you both acknowledge the breath is very shallow. So this is a stress test, like how stressful are you? It tells something about your mind, I would say, because it all happens in the mind, right? So if you've seen a newly born baby, the breath goes all the way till the stomach. The stomach expands and then contracts, expands and contracts. Baby is Babies are not stressful at all. Not stressful as in for parents they are, but then for themselves, they're not stressed out. They're not stressed out at all. They're doing their thing. They're living in that present moment. When they want milk, they cry. When they want to play, they play. When they want to suck their thumb or whatever, they do that, right? They're enjoying every moment. Okay, so they're not thinking about the past. They're not thinking about the future. They're thinking about that present moment. They feel, oh, this seems like a eatable thing. Let me grab it and eat it. So they are not at all stressful.
They're present.
Yeah, they are living in present. And then the more you live in present moment, you'll be less stressed. So the babies are yogis basically. So if you observe your baby very carefully and then you just imitate like them, you try to live like them, you will be much less stressful. So we have to learn the breathing. If you take the breath all the way till your stomach expands and comes out, that means you're not stressed out. But then if you're just shallowly breathing in, coming out, breathing in, coming out, it means somewhere at the back of the mind, you are stressed out.
Oh dear. Well, I'm in trouble.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. You know, the problem stated right is half problem solved actually. So if you acknowledge there is a problem, you already have a solution because you'll start thinking about it now. Now, what do we do now? Okay, I'm stressed out, which is fine. We are living in a world which is fast changing, so we need to slow down a bit. For that, we go for vacation. You can see the background here, and for Nat. So yeah, and Christina already has a very nice background there with all the plants and stuff.
Yes.
So we run away from this life. Okay, try to unplug yourself and then go to these places and then come back into the same place and feel miserable again, right? And then we go to far off place. You do so many things to do what? To calm your mind. If I tell you at this very moment you can calm your mind, you can share 50% of your vacation money to me. I'm more than happy to take it.
Especially, living in COVID life, we have to enjoy our surroundings because they don't change very often.
Yes, yes, exactly. So let me give a very simple example how you can relax yourself. So as I said, when you're tired, you sit back on your couch, you do, right? You just make a sound through your throat, like,
yeah.
Just try it with me. Yes. See how relaxing it feels, isn't it?
That felt so instant.
Isn't it? Like your whole body, every part of your body is like, you take the stress out. There you go. It just pushes it out, right?
Yeah.
And then it's coming from your throat, like, right? Yes. The more sound you make, the more you want relaxation. Your body automatically makes more. Oh my God, what do I do with this?
Well, I feel my whole body loosen at the very end of that, right? So it's like it takes more to then get tight and intense back up again.
Exactly. So if you had observed this phenomena very closely, which the seers or the sages had done, yogis had done, what they did was they took it to the next level. Oh, this has a very nice relaxing effect. What if I want to feel much more relaxed? What do I do? Okay, so let's do one exercise. These breathing exercises are called pranayama in same yogic language. Prana means life itself. Prana means life itself. And in Sanskrit and other Indian languages, the oxygen is called pranavayu, or life-giving air. Life-giving air, that part of air which gives you life. So we are acknowledging oxygen is very important for us. Breathing is very important for us. It's so key to our life that we call it pranayama. So to increase your life, to create your life better, you have to focus on your breathing. So let's do one quick breathing exercise called Ujjayi breathing. So the same thing, whatever we did, like, right, like you breathe out from your throat. Okay. Now try to breathe in through your mouth. Okay. Just, okay. Okay. Now I'll tell you something. Now, if we do this in public places, people will think we are crazy. So let's make it a little more civilized. So keep your mouth closed, but still breathe in and breathe out with a hissing sound that's coming through your throat. Like you're breathing through your nose, it touches your through your nose, touches your throat and goes in. And try to breathe as deep as you can. You can keep your palms open on your lap or on your thighs, facing upwards, not downwards, upwards. So you should feel the hissing sound while the air is going in and while it's coming out, both the ways.
I can feel my whole body really slowing down and calming down, and then also being able to be really present and hear everything that's happening around me.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. Definitely, like you said, you can achieve this in your home every day.
Yes.
Paying.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whenever we go to beach or any hill station, what do? We breathe. All right, we breathe in. We would have shelled out a fortune there to be in that place just for that fresh breath of air, right?
I was going to ask, is this a good technique to actually do? Some people get nervous with presentations and public speaking. Is this something that's really worthwhile doing before that?
Definitely, yes, definitely. Yeah. There's no reason why people should not do this. So whatever I'm telling you are very simple exercises meant for common people. There may be something which may be to elevate to get enlightened or something like that.
Yes, but that's the one I'm keen for you to sort of explain to us. Like, get out of bed, I'm so tired. How do I energize myself? Mm-hmm. For the day.
Like about, right now, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you don't really want to have another coffee. You need something.
Sure. Like life is not only about relaxation, right? Like, of course, it is the key to everything. But then at the end of the day, sometimes there are times when you have to pull up your socks and then run, right? Run to the best of your capabilities, right? Yeah. So what do we do at that time? We can't relax, right? If there's a presentation, yes, of course, I need to be internally relaxed, but externally energized. Right.
Well, I guess it's just using whichever technique is going to get you that balance.
Exactly.
If you're
exactly.
stressing about a presentation and your heart rate's up and you wanted to slow it down, that's the perfect technique to do.
Exactly.
But yeah, when you're already feeling quite lethargic, how can you give yourself that little pep to get through like the next hour or two?
Exactly. So the best part about these techniques is if you start doing these regularly, your body will control the mind. Like your mind will be in control basically. So you don't really have to know, okay, before presentation, do I really have to do the relaxing one or the energizing one? Okay, because you'll always be ready for it. Actually, you'll be feeling, oh, I'm already relaxed and I'm already energetic. I don't have to do either of them because I did this in the morning. So you're ready already. Okay, so and especially try this when you have an urge for caffeine. Okay. Okay. So why do we need caffeine? Like there are times when the body energy levels are going down. We need something. So either it's oxygen or it's caffeine, right? The blood needs it. So rather than putting caffeine in, just try putting more oxygen in and you'll feel the difference. Okay. So this is another simple technique to energize yourself. This is called Bhastrika Pranayama. Bhastrika means bellows breathing. If you know the ironsmiths or the blacksmiths, what we call, they used to have something made of leather, right? It used to be a balloon kind of a thing to increase the fire. They would just push it and yes. So basically, it sucks the air in, and then you press it, and then it throws the air out. Now think yourself of that, right? That your body is that. Okay, so it's very simple. So keep your fists loosely closed like this. Okay, just and then try to see if your elbows can touch your rib cage. Very loose, like your arm should be very loose. Just try to do like the quack quack, the ducky
doing the chicken dance.
Chicken dance, yeah. Okay, if it's relaxing, good. And now what we are going to do is Bhastrika Pranayam or bellows breathing. So for this, we have to breathe in forcefully, okay, and take our hands up with hands open, okay, okay. And then when we exhale forcefully, we just let our hands come down, just fall them. Don't pull them down, let them fall down in the same position, okay. Yeah. So it's, and if it hits your rib cage, especially Christina, you don't have to push it too hard. Just do it little easy. Okay. Nat, you can put all your effort into that. Okay.
Crack.
No. Yeah. Keep it relaxed, and then you'll feel the change in the energy flow. Okay. So we close our eyes, and then we say we say breathe in. Hands up, open, both the hands, okay? And then breathe out, let the hands fall down, okay? Breathe in, breathe out. Forceful breathing, forceful breathe out.
Right, I'm ready to edit a few Confluence pages.
I've just like heated up and felt like I've run a marathon.
It's just feel the surge of energy in
you. Yes, ready to run now.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm spinning actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Just enjoy that feeling, that the way your breath is feeling, the body is feeling, the mind is feeling. That's living in present moment. Just relish that. Just relish that, just that feeling. Okay, we are spending, a fortune to get that feeling, that energetic feeling, right? Just feel it and do it. Okay, now I'm sure that'll at least, if not get you rid of your caffeine dose on a daily basis, it'll at least cut you down. It really definitely will cut down the caffeine intake. At least, say, if you're feeling like coffee, just do this. Within maybe it'll push you for another half an hour, and then slowly and slowly you'll realize, oh, I don't need caffeine anymore. All I needed was this air, this oxygen, which energy that I need to feel, which is already there with me.
You just need to take in more oxygen, like you said. When you're tired, you just need more oxygen, not necessarily caffeine.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm assuming it's safe to do it as many times as you need throughout the day, or should you be limited to how many you do?
I mean, again, it can be a prolonged process, all of this. But then if you want to do few rounds, nothing wrong in that. At any point of time, you can do it. But then there are few practices which have to be done in a particular order for, say, half an hour or so. Like if you're a very regular yoga kind of a person, then you can do that. And I'll talk about another session now because it's quite hot and I'm sweaty here.
Yes.
So
how do we cool down?
Yes,
how do we cool? Yes.
Let's cool down ourselves till the summer lasts. Okay, before it's winter. So this is another very simple technique. Now all you have to do is roll your tongue like this, okay, and then just breathe in cold air. And breathe out through your nose. You can do a few more rounds.
I'm getting goosebumps. Legit.
What happens if you can't roll your tongue?
That's okay. Whatever you can, whatever exercise. Yes.
I know some people who can't roll their tongues.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Like, during our school days, we used to play that. Make some kids can turn their tongue as well. I couldn't do that, but then I eventually, using my fingers, I started learning that, and then I'm able to do it now. Yeah. So practice makes it all perfect. So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the more they do it, the body will help you. It says, oh, you want to do this. This is called Shitali Pranayam. Shitali itself means cold. Yes. Nice. So the one that, brings in cold inside you. Okay. Do it during summers, which is very helpful. Not during winters, unless you want to catch a cold.
It's just like, we look at dogs pant to get cool, right? So exactly. It's not too similar to that.
Exactly. So all this yoga is created or codified by these people who were keen observers. Even during yoga, there's a downward dog, there's a dog breathing, all these things which are there. Like they would have observed all these creatures that we have around, why they do it, what's the benefit of that. And if we want to have that quality of that particular creature, will that be helpful?
Yeah.
So these are very, very thought out, very keenly observed practices. Okay. If done right, they will definitely benefit and give the right thing, whatever you are looking for. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Vikas, for taking us through this. I think can definitely use like all three of those techniques in my day-to-day life. I'll especially be looking to use the calming one very soon.
Yes, especially for you, Chrissy.
Yes, as a head into labor.
Yes.
And probably the cooling one too, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The good
Even-
thing is it's so easy, isn't it, to do? And yeah, it's good to have some little handy techniques there.
Well, totally. I think what we've learned from a lot of these podcasts is just about, being a bit more in tune with ourselves and what we can do without actually needing anything. We don't need to go out and pay a lot of money to go meditate necessarily in a particular place, or we don't need to necessarily go and get a massage to calm down, or we can achieve all those things in our day-to-day lives, and it would be really beneficial for all of us to do that, because it's kind of sucky to leave it, every 3 months or whatever it is, for yourself to give yourself permission to relax on a beach somewhere, or relax doing something. So if we can bring it into our day-to-day life, then I think we'll all be a little bit better for it.
And I keep saying, the nature, you asked for the best and nature has given you the best.
Yes.
Okay. So now you have to know, how do I make use of it? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're just so distracted with everything else that's in our life. It's nice to come back to being conscious about what we have when we wake up in the day, We have breath, we have the ability to think mindfully. We have the option to make the decisions that we want and make good habits and things like that. So I think you're right, Vickers, this breathing and learning more about breath fits nicely into the other topics we've been covering recently. So thank you so much for bringing it to our attention.
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
thank you
And
so
then,
much.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And if anybody has any further questions, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And then there's a small organization, not really small, but then it's a very big organization called Art of Living that I'm associated with, who teach yoga and other breathing techniques and other social well-being practices. There are many more such organizations which I am aware of, and at times I just go into their camp just to understand what are they teaching, and then learn these small tidbits once in a while, and then share with the people around you, and then you realize these small things is what will transform your life. It will. Like, imagine if you're going for a presentation, somebody's stressed out, they don't know these breathing techniques and how to cool their mind, and they mess up the whole presentation. It may have a serious effect on their lives or other people's lives. But then if they're very relaxed, calm, they just go and do their work, and then whether it goes fine or bad doesn't matter, they're still relaxed, right? It'll have a much more calming effect. And then it's not only that individual, but the entire society that will get impacted because of that, good and bad. So let's take care of our own body, mind, and breath, and that'll create definitely a harmonious society.
Thank you very much. That was great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christina. Thanks, Nat. It was really, you gave me this opportunity to talk on, and I'm sure whoever is going to listen to this podcast, it'll definitely help them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Talk soon, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Christina.